Welcome to Bootstrap Businessmen, the podcast devoted to the aspiring entrepreneur on a shoestring budget. Here are your hosts, #1 best-selling fitness author Dale L. Roberts and the Midwest's best, Kevin S. Allen.
Welcome to Bootstrap Businessmen, podcast devoted to inspiring the aspiring entrepreneur within on a shoestring budget. And I'm your host, Dale L. Roberts, and my good buddy Kevin S. Allen over here. We were just having a hearty conversation about his ideas of setting himself up, setting up a shop down in Siesta Keys. So this is exciting, man. I'm really kind of pumped about this. Now, dude, if you don't mind, can I shift a little bit of gears? We're going to talk a little bit about my move to the Midwest.
Absolutely. Well, here's part of it, man. I'm gonna shift along with you. This is where all of this was leading up to. Okay. Yeah. Because prior to, one of my goals was, remember the office I sent you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So here's
nice. I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, one office. No. It's a fucking large building of offices. Make sure
it's a building. It's 10,000 square feet to be exact.
Yeah. It looked like it was like 3 stories or something like that too, I think.
Yeah. Well, I had elevator ramp, and it's got freight elevator in it, I think, too. So, yeah, interesting. The whole thing, though, was at one point, I was like, you know what? I want to open an office, get some people in, some telemarketers, the whole 9, assistants, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
So I was actually talking to one of the directors that I submit business to one of the companies, and he's like, man, that's a great plan, dude. He's like, there's a couple guys out there that have got legitimate, they're making, 30, 40, 50, 100,000 a month income, and I said, well, that's kind of the target. He goes, but man, you and I have talked so much. He goes, you sure you want to tie yourself down? Stopped me dead in my tracks. I said, what do you mean? He goes, isn't that kind of like having a job? You have to be there to watch over everything, 40, 50, 60, probably 70, 80 hours a week, and I was like, this dude's right. So it made me think. I was like, you know what? Dale's coming back to Ohio. Okay. So I don't need to tie up more of my time. I need to free more of my time. Okay. Right. Because we've got a lot of projects. We've got a lot of things, ideas and stuff that, we need to put in motion, dude, because they're great. So with you shifting, this is a long version of the long way home here. So when I was down there, that kind of opened my mind, and I was like, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to be able to do this one time. So 4 times a year, go down, devote a little bit of time, start expanding. Mm-hmm. But all that's going to do is free up more of my time here, so I don't have to worry about all of this, the office and everything. So you and I can have some more time together.
Yeah, it's going to be a blast, man. Right now, my plans are, Kelly's already kind of doing a lot of, I won't lie to you, she's doing 99.9999999% of the investigating. She's looking up houses, primarily 3-bedroom houses. We're trying to get it to where it's a little less than the rent that we're spending now. So it can kind of help us save a bit back, so we can be able to get like an office off property. So for right now, though, we're trying to look for a 2 to 3 bedroom. 3-bedroom being that we could have, of course, 1 bedroom to live in, and another bedroom for office space, and then a third one for like guest bedroom, miscellaneous type things.
Drunken friends.
Yeah, and the office thing I think is going to be mainly because we're going to be doing video production. I plan on. Once when you and I are able to get together, we're going to be taking Bootstrap Businessmen up another notch. And I think that you can see already in the production values of self-publishing with Dale L. Roberts, which, got to say it now, man. Got to say it now. Oh, my Lord. Raise the roof, baby. Raise the roof.
What?
I broke 100 subscribers yesterday, baby. 106 subscribers over at Self-Publishing with Dale L. Roberts. Yeah.
Nice. Grand slamming.
And here's the thing is it's been so fun, man. It's been a blast. All I do is I just try to, of course I get ridiculous. That's the main thing is I want to do things that entertain you, and it entertains Harold, and it entertains me, of course.
Yeah. And you're delivering a message, though. You know what I mean? You are. Yeah, some of it's hidden, but there's a message in there. You know what I mean? I don't care about the message. I'm just in love with everything that you're doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the diary thing yesterday was just I don't know. It hit me. I was thinking about, oh gosh, there was a video I did not too long ago, because obviously here's the funny thing. You ready for this? It's only been about a little over a month that I've been doing the new branding, as I call it, the new brand. I went from a little over 30 subscribers to over 100 in under a month.
Nice.
So I think I'm doing something in the right direction. But,
how long was your channel running previous to before you started shifting here?
90 days, 3 months. It was about 3 months, and the only reason why I remember this is because I got to the 90-day period and I was reevaluating how I was doing things and the results I was getting, and I was just here's a good quote for you. Comparison is the enemy of contentment. Comparison is the enemy of contentment. I was comparing myself to other people, and I'm like looking over at some of these people, these ding-dongs that open up a YouTube page, and they'll fucking fart into a microphone, and all of a sudden people are coming in fucking droves. Add a cat to the good fucking God. They're fucking, they're like, yay, all right, throwing babies up in the air, man, fucking,
Viral.
Yeah, it just goes fucking ape shit. And I was just like, my God, I'm providing excellent information here. And I'm like, why? It was the frustration and the breaking point to where I was just like, I don't have anything that's unique. There's a reason why people aren't coming, and it's not everybody else's fault. It's my fault. I was like, because I'm not giving them something that is unique. All I'm doing is just adding to the chatter. Just, here we go. Here's more self-publishing. You shouldn't do this. You shouldn't do that. And people are just kind of like, oh, fuck this guy. He's got fucking 20-minute videos about fucking, inserting fucking hyperlinks into my fucking book. Who gives a flying shit? So finally, it was that frustration. I was ready to explode. And I go and I meditate. And as soon as I got out of the meditation, literally 2 scripts hit me. And I was just like, fuck it. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a big fucking shit. I'm going to smear it all over a fucking page. And I'll put it right in front of a goddamn camera. And it was just getting that breaking point. And I just said, you know what? I'm just going to entertain me. And I'm going to entertain my friends. And in the same instance, of course, it's talking about self-publishing. I mean, I don't even have to say, you notice my trailer that I have for it now. I don't say a single word. All I do is just show a bunch of fucking jump cuts, a lot of flashy fucking, images and shit, and some kick-ass fucking rock music. So, because self-publishing with Dale L. Roberts. I wonder what this channel is about. So I really didn't have to explain it, so, but yeah, it's worth wonders.
Well, you put yourself into it.
Scott got himself in trouble in Authority Self-Publishing over Steve Scott and Barry Davenport's group on Facebook. He every one of my videos, he's such a sweetheart. Scott goes over and he posts my videos. You gotta check this out. This is awesome.
He does.
His admin went in, and I'm just gonna go ahead and throw him under the bus because they need to lighten the fuck up. They said he shouldn't pretty much. Hang on, let me go ahead and quote somebody, because if we're just gonna go ahead and throw him under the bus, I'm gonna throw him all the way.
I mean, do it right by all means.
Yeah, here we go. So exactly what Scott had shared with me here. My brother sent me a message. So here's what they sent to them. Hi, Scott. I am the moderator for the Authority Self-Publishing Group, and I noticed you post many of Dale Roberts' YouTube videos. As great as they are, thank you, admin, you sexy beast, you. Or sexy broad. Broad's not a good PC term, is it? Look at those cams on that broad. Yeah, see?
Thanks, bitch.
Thanks, bitch. That right there is a good soundbite. We're just going to throw that on the Bootstrap Businessmen Facebook site. Yes. As great as they are, I'd like to ask you to limit them to once a week or less. Fair enough. Fair enough. I was like, okay, she's not done. People are free to follow him on their own, but this group is not designed to be his personal promotional spot. Okay, listen. Okay, now that this is like the sandwich method. I already complimented him, sexy beast. Sexy beast can apply to women and men, okay? I'm just going to go ahead and get that out of the way.
That's true.
Sexy beast. Now I'm going to go ahead and slip something in there. If it was my personal promotional page, wouldn't I be promoting it? Wouldn't I be promoting it? Get your fucking shit right. Edit your stuff before you send it off, especially if you're coming from a fucking group that says Authority Self-Publishing. That insinuates you have at least a tenuous grasp on writing.
You would think.
If everyone promoted every blog and video they liked, the questions and answers would become lost in the shuffle. Touche. I think that's a good point to bring up. It's awesome. But I'm just going to go back to the as great as they are part because that's awesome.
They are kind of great. Yeah. They're kind of...
I'm really not egotistical. I just play one on YouTube. Any rate, if you have any questions, please let me know. They just kind of finished it off. So, and we're going to go ahead and sandwich that again. Once again, you sexy beast. Thank you for being nice, but not really nice to my buddy Scott. Yeah, it's
thanks, biatch.
Here's the thing: I didn't ever. I think I did like a favor for Scott. And Scott was like, "Yeah, I mean, if there anything you could ever, I could do in return?" I was like, "Yeah, just share my YouTube videos." I'm just thinking like one or two. No, he's been sharing all of them.
Dude, honestly, if I could keep up with Facebook and stuff, I don't spend a lot of time on there anymore.
Yeah. Got yourself. It's literally, you have to choose your battles.
Yeah. But honestly, man, they are all worth sharing. They're entertainment, but there's a message in there. And I guess the third part is you. This is Dale. Right. This is Dale Roberts right here. Right. This is not okay. Let's look at the font size. Okay. So we're gonna take a little font over here. We're gonna move it to a size 12. You know what I mean?
Oh God. Or for that matter, you get this ding dong that like he's wearing a fucking wife beater and fucking like looks like he has a cigarette burn at the top of it, and he has like
yes.
The guy with the grub here, but. He looks fucking like he hasn't taken a shower in 5 fucking years, and he's trying to espouse his fucking ideas on self-publishing. He's like,
yeah, come on.
You know what drives me insane when people, and you're like, okay, get to your point.
Are we almost there?
It was people like that, the YouTubers that were doing that, and of course they're getting thousands of subscribers, which is just fucking over my head. Right there.
Couldn't do it.
I don't grasp it. I don't understand how these people are getting following like this, but that's cool. Not going to hate on them. I don't put a thumbs down. I don't put a thumbs up. I don't even put a comment on their things. But what I actually do is when I'm watching a YouTube video, you guys ready for this? And if you haven't heard this hack before, and you know it, but anyways, just humor me on this. You're watching something on YouTube. You go to the bottom right corner. Now, it's not going to work on your mobile device. Not that I've seen it yet. YouTube, please design this on the mobile, okay? But you're on your laptop or your desktop or your computer of some sort. You're going to go to the bottom right-hand corner of the screen in YouTube. There's a cog. You're going to click that cog. There's going to be a menu. It pops up. It'll say speed. Crank that sumbitch up to 2, man. I'm telling you what. It's seriously like Kelly's starting to do it. I hear her randomly cracking up laughing. She's like, she'll be like laughing, and I'm like, what are you laughing about? She's like, I'm watching one of these videos at 2 times the speed. And I'm like, I never found it funny. I'm like, I want my information fast. I'm kind of like, come on. So for instance, I watched a great YouTuber. Fat Games or something like that. He does a self-publishing thing. And I sent you the link actually in the messenger. He showed how to do a children's book, and it was a half hour.
I haven't got a chance to watch that. Yeah,
watch it on 2 times the speed because he's a slow talker. But when you go to the fast speed, when you go to the fast speed though, it's like you get it. It's like, okay,
nice.
Just give me the synopsis, okay? That's why I love doing the jump cuts within my things because there's no breathing between. In fact, that's literally what I do in editing. I expand and I zoom in on my audio track, okay? And the audio track, excuse me, I'm digesting my salad. The audio track and the video are literally stacked one atop the other. And I just zoom in and I focus, and there's usually like this little tiny little bump, boop, and I know that's a breath, and I just go boop, boop, pull it out, and it's like squeeze it in there. So that's why it's like it looks like I'm rapid fire talking, just talking like I normally do. But when you take the breathing out and the pauses out, good night. It's like boom, you get your information. So that video you watched from last night, the diary scene, I left the breathing in there because I wanted to have that cadence of
So was it Camtasia? I have to ask. Was it Camtasia that gave it the, I guess, 1920s kind of
yes, the
real feel?
Right, yeah. The Kindle. The
like a
Kindle
movie
Pop-
projector feel.
Yes, yeah, the old black and white thing. It has like the grain on it and such. That actually was iPhone or iMovies. I pretty much did, with the exception of the picture-in-picture and the title overdubs. But for the most part, and I did a couple of panning. I did some. I fucked up a little bit on how I videotaped this time around. Usually, I videotape right here. Okay, I tried it here because I was thinking I can shift it from one side to the other. The issue that I ran into, though, is it cut off when I was. What's the word? Is gesticulating the word I'm looking for? Gesticulating.
That sounds correct.
Testiculating. I was testiculating in my video. Gesticulating. Let's look at that up. Gesticulate. Gesticulate is to use gestures. Yes, I was right. Yay! I'm a writer. So when I'm gesticulating, I put it out, and you notice when it comes over here to the side of the screen, it's cut off. Well, the problem is when you move it over here, it is like literally like you'll see like the arm goes and it disappears. So I was like, fuck it. It was late at night yesterday, but that video, believe it or not, it's like 3 minutes long, and it actually had about 9 minutes of footage. 9 minutes. That's how many. Oh yeah, like I edited. There was a couple. Quite a few, fuck ups and things like that, or like I would repeat a line and just try the emphasis out. That's one of the things that, I've learned from just like watching behind the scenes type footage from movies is actors will be asked by the director to say a line in a different way. So for instance, I might go and say, "Welcome to Self-Publishing with Dale L. Roberts," or sometimes I go, "Welcome to Self-Publishing with Dale L. Roberts." And today, just depends on what I'm talking about. So like yesterday, I kind of went into an easier flow because I wanted to save the pop to like a specific point to where I was just like, it's kind of like pissing in the shower, where I start talking about peeing in the shower and it yada, yada, yada. But
yeah, the little xylophone.
Oh, yep. That actually came through iMovies, the black and white footage, the Amazon yelling at me type thing. That voice thing, and also the panning and the type, that's all done in iMovies. Pretty much everything was done in iMovies. And actually, my good friend Brian G. Johnson, if you guys are watching this, Brian, I just met him over the last couple weeks now, and I've taken quite a bit of direction from him. He actually has his own channel devoted to producing content for YouTube. And I actually, while I was stretching today in the gym, I was able to listen to kind of half look at a presentation. He was showing how to do picture-in-picture with iMovies. And I was like, get out of here. So that means I may not have to actually even touch Camtasia anymore unless I'm doing a screen share.
Dude, that iMovies. So there's another good reason why you love your Mac so much.
Oh, yeah, man. Dude, you and I get together, you're going to be like, your eyebrows are going to be singed off. You're going to be like, wow, this is so cool. Because obviously I want to be able to teach you some of these editing tricks because, we're going to end up doing pretty much the same thing, but we're just going to scale it up at this point. And by the way, this is a great time for us to shift over into a new subject. Google Hangouts on air. Okay. As you know, and a few other people may know, very few, we record our broadcasts on Google Hangouts on air. As of September 12th, it is no longer going to be on Google+. They're actually moving it strictly to YouTube streaming live.
Yeah, but I was kind of reading a little bit about that. You're still going to be able to go through YouTube live and do it through Hangouts, though? Am I correct in that, or?
Now, see, I haven't done too much investigating. It was my understanding they're just going to go strictly to the YouTube live streaming. So in other words, Hangouts will be available through that. I wasn't sure that they're going to still do it the same format as what it is right now. With the issue with YouTube live streaming right now, with YouTube live streaming is you actually have to have encoding software for something like that. And encoding software does not come free unless you're pirating it. And I'm not a pirate. I know some people in business that are willing to go over to BitTorrent sites and fucking steal the shit. I can't sleep well. I had a friend of mine that used to pirate movies like a son of a bitch, and he'd be like, "Oh, check this out." And I remember I'd watch a couple of those movies, a handful of them, but sometimes I never felt right about it. Like I would watch a movie and I'd be a little less entertained. I almost feel like if I've got to part $5 with, to watch a movie, I feel a little bit better because somebody put their heart and their soul into putting something together. Same thing kind of goes with any kind of software. Don't feel right about taking it, so I won't be doing that anytime soon.
Right. No, I've always kind of felt the same way about music and stuff, right? Because if an artist takes the time to, put that music together, learn the instrument, dude, and you don't do this in 5 minutes. It doesn't take
No,
5 minutes to put together a song with your entire band, right?
no, and
Sometimes it takes
the production, it's
hours.
hours, days, weeks sometimes. I mean, look at someone like Metallica did the Black Album over a course of almost 2 years.
Yeah,
2
so that's what I'm
fucking
saying.
years.
So, and that's why I think they were one of the biggest ones. What was it, Napster and stuff that they went after Napster? Is
Yeah.
because we take 2 years, and you think you're going to be able to give our music away? Not that we're trying to rip anybody off, but we need to get paid, right? And it makes even more sense now as a entrepreneur. If you're writing content, you don't want freaking somebody to be able to go grab a link and get all your stuff for free, right? You know what I mean?
Right,
So
yeah.
why would, yeah. No,
You're on the money, man. You're on the money. I got to plug in my Mac, so it looks like I'm going to be doing something crazy. So yeah, YouTube's live streaming. So I think, anyways, it's going to probably be synchronicity, because it's going to give you and I a chance that because we're looking. It's still tentative. I went in there, spoke to our leasing office. I think I'd shared with you yesterday. Or the day before yesterday, and it looks like we'll probably be able to wrap up our lease come end of September, so we can October 1st. It'll probably take us about 3 days as a minimum to get over to the Midwest. We have no plans, but with the way Kelly's kind of investigating, we'll be able to get a place that you and I can have an office we can work out of with Bootstrap Businessmen, and we can start to ramp up production. So that means that we'll probably be able to get maybe one interview every now and then, at least. And I want to be very, very selective. We're going to really vet out some of the people. I would love. There's some guests off the top of my head, and maybe you'll disagree with me on this one. I would love to get Ellie Burskoff back again, but I want to get her in a video chat. She is a firecracker, man. And she said something, reposted a post from like 5 years ago. She posted up, and I was like, I had to reshare it. I was like, that woman, she has no filter, and I fucking love it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. Yeah. Her, Cavi would be a good one.
A heartbeat to have Cavi back. I mean, literally, I only had to ask one question. Easiest interview ever.
Tell us about you. Okay. No, dude, she was fantastic. No, Ellie would be a great one. Even Christmas, I think, would be kind of cool to have back on too.
She'd actually even asked to come back again, so it'd be wonderful. Actually, she has that. I think she'd released that app she was talking about. I'd seen a little bit of it.
Dude, she's got her own fit band. She's released an app. She was on 2 more magazine covers, I think I saw here recently. She doesn't sit still. No,
unstoppable, and that's great. That speaks volumes about her work ethic. So yeah, definitely would like to have some of those people back.
What? Fucking unstoppable.
Yeah, fucking unstoppable. Yeah, that mug for some reason always gets buried in the back of my cabinet, and I always want to bring it out. The thing is I wish it was just a little bit bigger, because I'm a pig and I drink a lot of coffee in one seating, so I have to drink about 2 or 3 of those.
Do you have one of those like big bubble mugs or something that you drink out of?
Dave and Buster's. Dave and Buster's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Dave and Buster's.
Okay.
That's my place, man. I love Dave and Buster's. Like, it's
really okay.
Oh yeah, actually, I proposed to Kelly at Dave and Buster's. It was where our first date was at, and literally, it was 2 years to the day that I proposed to her at that. So
nice. Yeah, I remember you telling me that story.
1 year to the day. Excuse me. 2 years. 2 years to the day I married her. So.
Was it the one in Players?
Yes, it was. It was.
Nice.
Yeah, the management, if it's still the same management, they'll probably remember us because they took a picture of us and everything. They loved it. They were just like, oh, that's so romantic. You're so nice. You're so nice. Actually,
are you going to take her on a holiday?
Yes, we're going to go on a holiday. Well, yeah, so yeah, it's going to be really exciting stuff getting on out there. So big news, something that we'll go ahead and start to share a little bit here on the Bootstrap Businessmen, and maybe some people can get a little bit of a jump start on it. This is going to be a challenge. I promise you it will be a challenge, and I challenge you. If you have any kind of questions, you can always reach out to me. You can reach out to Kevin or bootstrapbusinessmen@gmail.com. If you're interested in coming on the show, obviously hit us up. But this is in regards to Amazon Video Direct. So instead of me bloviating for a change, I want to hand the ball to you, because you actually have had a little bit of experience about Amazon Video Direct. I want to hear what it is, Tell us what it is and tell us what you've done so far with that, and I'll tell everybody where we're going with it.
Okay. Amazon Video Direct. Basically, if you're a self-published author and you take your content, upload it to Amazon, they market, they sell it, they keep a percentage, you get paid. It's the same thing. Okay. So videos, dude, movies, commercials, content, and this is literally some of the stuff I was looking at is content, like training content. Movies. I already said movies. What was I looking at? There was commercials I saw in there, content, movies, music. Yeah, shows, music videos,
Subscriptions.
Yeah. So basically, what you do, if you got a show in your mind, you want to put in life, do it. Because here's the thing, folks, you only get one fucking shot at this life. So if you have something that's in here and you want to do it, just do it. Right? So this gives you a platform where you can put it out there and you can monetize it, which is kind of cool. But the biggest thing is you get to share it to how many subscribers does that Amazon have now?
It's worldwide in the billions for sure. Worldwide, it's in the billions.
Yeah, billions.
Because it's available not just on Amazon, but it's also available through Amazon Prime. So in other words, if someone has an Amazon Prime membership, it doesn't just include getting the 2-day shipping. You're also getting Amazon Music. And this is not a commercial for Amazon. It's an amazing service. And actually, if it weren't for us trying to cut a few costs, we actually had shut down our Amazon Prime membership. It's like $99 for a year, but we got more than our money's worth because we watch movies and shows on our Nintendo Wii, our old Nintendo Wii that's wired into our TV, and we sit and we watch anything off Amazon Prime. It's well worth it, but that's where it's going to feed into. So so what did you do? Take me through the process of what you did and what you found, all that kind of stuff. Okay.
One of the things I did is I took one of our episodes.
You're going too far ahead, man. You're going too far ahead. You got to step back.
Okay, let's go back here a little bit.
Yeah.
So just like anything with Amazon, okay, you have to look it up, right? But anyway, you have to go in, you have to create an account. And that means typing in like a contact email address, your name. I can't remember if it's a phone number or not, but email address, your home address. You have to set up your tax information. If you're a business, then it would be obviously like your tax ID and stuff information in there. So you go through, set this up, click next. Takes you to the next screen. And what that is basically is now you can start uploading whatever it is you have. For us, it was one of our shows. Okay. Yeah. So I picked one, and honestly, man, I can't remember which one it was. I know it wasn't Clay's, but it was an earlier one. It might have been Michelle Perry's.
Okay.
So what I was doing, I just wanted to kind of test the waters out and see how this works. Uploading the content, piece of cake. There really wasn't any question about it because it was audio. So it was like, okay, you already got an MP3 or MP4 and stuff, so you're good. Upload it. Yeah. Same with video. If it's MP4, you really don't have to change too much about that as far as, if it doesn't have to be in like iMove or i.mov or anything like that. Yeah. Just a simple MP4 format. So upload your content. Obviously, it's looking for description. Description, content niche. Okay. This is going to be entertainment. This is going to be business. It's going to be a movie. How long is it? Full description about everything. Then comes the tricky part. Here's what I got lost on because I couldn't convert the art well enough to upload it. They're very specific with your cover art.
Okay, so it had specifications you weren't able to meet. And I know that you have huge issues with GIMP.
I got to be honest with you. At that time, I wasn't even messing with it.
Oh, okay. So this has been some time now then.
Yeah, I haven't even played around with that in GIMP. Good idea. Note.
You're like, there was another hang up though, too that you were having as well, though, if I recall.
Let's see. It was with the artwork, and then that was a big one. What else was it, man?
Wasn't it closed captioning?
Jog my memory. Closed captioning. Yes. And you have to be able to close caption your material.
Yeah, I guess it's required by some kind of law of some sort, or I'm not really sure, but it's some kind of guideline that you have to actually abide by. It's not like, Amazon's like, we're going to be dicks. You have to have CC, closed captioning. It's like, it's actually a requirement in order for you to actually release something that is considered any kind of audio video. So it's not as simple as YouTube where you can just post and play. You actually have to do it. But question is, how much money did it cost for you to get all that set up? Let's just pretend like you were able to get the artwork and you were able to get the closed captioning. How much did that cost you, man?
$0.
$0. Nice.
Yeah. Just a little bit of time and frustration, just learning it, but $0.
And here's a really good stat, and I've said it so many times. It's in my other videos, but in 2015, the actual revenue of Amazon.com was $107 billion. That's everything. That's everything, including physical products to virtual products. $107 billion.
Dude, I remember when Amazon first came out and they were questioning if that company was going to make it past the 3-year mark, because everything they did, they weren't making any money.
Yeah, it was all books at the time. It was just books, physical books.
Yeah.
It wasn't even Kindle wasn't even probably even thought of, and if it was, it's probably just a slight glimmer in Jeff Bezos' eyes. But Amazon Video Direct is, and this is me, and this is my opinion, okay? My opinion, all right? And it's just from studying and looking at trends and such like that, people want things now, and that is going to be huge. They have really cornered the market in retail, okay? They are literally changing this industry, and they did it with Kindle. Kindle is huge. They changed the publication industry and got it to where people could make money from home and fulfill dreams. And that's the huge thing for me. That's done something for me, and it's starting to do something for you. It's starting to do for other people, and it's amazing. Now, I'm going to tell you this, at Amazon Video Direct, the barrier is a lot higher, okay? Because I'm telling you, I say this a lot where I'm like, I kind of kid around, like in my videos, yay, haha, laughing. People can literally shit on a piece of paper, wipe their ass, scan it, and put it over onto Kindle Direct Publishing because they just can. But you can see that it requires a lot more effort in Amazon Video Direct. And it pumps me up because, first of all, one, you and I both know I've already got a good grasp on getting the content. Yeah, so I know how to write scripts at this point. I know how to actually get a teleprompter and set it up. I know how to go through and edit it. I know how to clean it up. And here's ready for this, dude. Not only is it available through iMovies, but it's also available through Camtasia, closed captioning. And if I already have the script, all it is just a case of sitting down, copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. Watch through, edit, done. Done. That's all we have to do. We don't have to make it magical. You can see that the production value is starting to increase. And guess what? Here's the greatest part is I'm part of a mastermind group over on Facebook of guys that, seriously, there's one guy. He's got 10,000 subscribers. This guy seriously gets subscribers in his sleep. He is amazing at what he does. And I'm learning, okay, what's the equipment they're doing? How are they doing? What are they doing to, get their workflow a lot more efficient? So I'm learning from some of the best in the industry. So I'm taking a lot of this information and I'm going to be implementing this. So this is Amazon Video Direct. I'm telling you, it's the next Kindle. Over the next 5 years, you're going to see this platform explode. There's going to be some people that are going to come in like they're doing a Kindle Direct Publishing. These black hat motherfuckers are going to come in here. They're going to make their quick buck and they're eventually going to get banned. I'm telling you this right now. I'm excited because there's so much I've always wanted to do. But now that I'm doing video, it's almost fulfilling that childhood type, ham that's in me. Because, I've always wanted to write.
Yeah.
I love pro wrestling for obvious reasons because, it's a little bit of an ego thing. And you get in front of a crowd and I have this natural ability to, get shit going. And so now I'm thinking about, first of all, A, creating content for my fitness brand. Okay. B, also creating original shows. I want to do shows. Eventually it will get to movies, but for right now, I want to do half-hour length comedies. That's pretty much what I'm looking at. And that's where you come in. That's where Jason comes in. That's where our boy Harold and Russ come in. That's where Corbin comes in. and we're going to have this nice little inner circle. And anybody doesn't want to be in, that's okay. I literally would do this by myself if I had to, because I'm just so excited about it. And it's such an awesome thing. Here's the thing is, I'm going to get paid for it. That's the greatest thing. I'm going to have fun, and I'm going to get paid for it. That's the best part. And it's going to require a little bit of effort. At the end of the day, though, I'll sit there. I don't care if I don't get paid a dime, because I'm going to be fucking entertaining myself. I'll be pissing myself laughing at how dumb I am sometimes.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, you got to think of it too. Here's another reason why I feel that this platform is going to explode. Okay, over the course of the next, I can say 5 years. Yeah. Indie films, right? Indie films were amazing. Like, I love indie films. You know, somebody took their friggin' iPhone, right, and they made their own movie on it. Okay. Yeah. You could tell weird angles. It didn't have all the pretty shots. It was kind of grainy, different things, right? So really cool. Not a lot of money invested as far as explosions or, you know, characters. You know, it could be the next door neighbor that's like, yeah, fuck it, I'll do the part. You know what I mean? So you never know who these people are. Well, something happened. Hollywood got a hold of indie films. Ugh. You know, now you got all these big actors in there, and so everybody's kind of jumped on the indie bandwagon, right? Yeah. Everybody's got it. Right. So this is this to me, if somebody is true to that independent filmmaking, the way that they want to do it and the way that they see it through their lens, they can still hold true to their platform and get paid for it.
Yep.
So there's another, you know, yeah, I think it's another good reason.
You know, and here's the nice thing is, let's just say, for instance, you're kind of going, well, I don't want to make movies. I don't want to make videos. I don't want to make shows where everything. At least entertain the possibility for you as a person that is in a business, that even if you were to say, okay, let's look at
training.
Let's look at like my average videos. Kelly actually sat down and timed me on how I was doing the videos, and she figured out between script writing and producing all the content and finishing up an entire video, it takes me about 1 hour per 1 minute of work on YouTube. So you can literally probably take about a 30-minute show or episode, and that'll take about 30 hours. You know, let's say it takes 1 month for you to create and design an entire show. But here's the really cool thing is, so you can say, well, I don't want to do that. But think about how could it be able to, first of all, A, serve other people, or B, how could it serve your greater good? Okay, not just going in for like, well, I want to make money. Well, here's the nice thing is, there, you know how Amazon has it to where you can make a book perma-free? Well, you can actually make your movie free.
Sure.
So yeah, it can actually play as an advertisement for your particular business. So, you know,
you could do the same, basically the same promo.
Yeah, you just get your phone, start recording it, you know, export it over into your computer, clean it up, edit it, you know, a little bit, and then just upload that SOB and put closed captioning. Go to Fiverr, have somebody do the artwork for you. Done. Ding, bing, bang, boom. You have invested just a little bit of time, and your business is going to explode. You might have like a car business. Might be a great time that you could sit there and be like, you know, the day in the life of a car salesman. You just take your selfie stick and follow along. Hey, here we go. I'm sitting where I come out in the parking lot. And I'm peeing inside this back seat because I don't care. Someone else is going to buy it.
I'm going to rub my balls on the headrest here.
Right. You know, so I mean, you know, hopefully no car dealerships doing that. But
well, yeah, man.
See how it really served your business so well. I mean, this would be a fascinating thing to me. You know, let's say, Kevin, you had zero interest in doing videos. Let's just look at it something like, you know, your business model, okay? Your business model, point of sales, okay? I think it would be pretty cool to actually have somebody follow along with you for a day in the life of Kevin S. Allen, and they're following along with you and showing what you do. Going in and greeting customers, you know, shaking their hand, talking to them, building relationships, and then you just have that thing refined down to like a half-hour special and get it to where you just have contact information. I bet you how much you will have to, you wouldn't even be able to manage the amount of people that would be pouring into you. It would just be unstoppable.
See, that's kind of a cool thought, you know, and I was thinking like training, you know, if you had I don't know, whatever it is that you do, even for self-publishing, right? But like training videos for a company, I don't know, sales training, right? Sales training 101, the first step, you know, make a series out of this thing and sell it. You know, shoot links out to companies, you know, or whatever, and they can dude, think about this. The ease of this. They can just pop on the link, they buy it for however much you're selling it for, and they can pull it up on their systems and train all of their employees at one time.
Very true. So true. And
and
the nice thing is, you make it subscription based, because there's so many options you can actually take advantage of. And something we haven't even covered is the amount of, options that you can do for your movie to make it available. And you can have subscription based ones. You can have one-time fee-based ones, where somebody actually buys it. You got the rentals. Yeah, you got the completely free ones. So much. I mean, I'm so entirely excited, and it's just a bit of synchronicity as we're getting ready to shift out there. Because I'm telling you, when I got on the horn with Jason, I was talking about him, about the ideas I had. I pitched him the idea that I had for doing a show, and his light bulb goes off his head, and I was like, "What are you doing?" And he's on the computer. He's setting up his account. He's like, done. We're going to do this for self-publishing. So he's looking at doing SPU and shifting it on over to the Amazon platform, because he's like, well, we're already recording the videos. He's like, we can make it membership based. So essentially it's just going to be the same thing. We can always just have them funnel over into our Kajabi program. And I was like, that, my friend, is brilliant.
Yeah, because it gives them more options. You know what I mean? Somebody maybe purchase one for $100 versus 9,000, whatever. Yeah, it's exaggerated cost, folks. It doesn't cost that much. I'm just saying, example.
It shouldn't cost that much.
Right. No, I mean the quality and the content that's in there for sure. No, dude, it's an exciting platform on so many levels, man. I'm excited to kind of I just see some of the shit we can put together, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it really is, especially with how much fun I've been having with this whole process. I'm actually, I'm going over, because I was going to talk a little bit about, going over into YouTube, because I've been so excited about YouTube lately. I just can't believe when I turn on and I sign into my YouTube, because obviously I'm signed into Bootstrap Businessmen coming onto the show. On my channel, I have 106 subscribers, and yesterday, I interviewed the sweetest woman in self-publishing today. Her name was Camille Martin. Did you get a chance to watch her interview?
I got through about 15 minutes of it, man. I'm going to finish it up tonight when we disconnect, and I'm laying down. I'm going to watch the rest of it.
Somebody says LKR. What does LKR stand for? I don't know what that means. Looker?
LKR.
Like, no, right? I don't know. Someone named Pokemon Fan 11. I don't know what they're commenting on. I'll have to come back to it later. But yeah, any rate,
let's Google that real quick.
Yeah, that is a good idea. I probably should, because they said something. I love this song, can't get it out of my head.
I know, right? It's IKR.
I know, right? Commented. Hang on.
I know, right?
Oh, it was on a comment. Actually, dude, speaking of YouTube celebrities, if you have not had the chance to go and see this guy, his name is Steve Cash. And, I don't want to seem like I'm bashing cats or fart videos or nothing like that. They have their place over on YouTube. Telling you right now, Steve Cash is a brilliant man. Brilliant man. And he's an awesome musician too, actually. He puts out cat videos. It's called the Talking Kitty videos. I think it's Steve Cash 83. If you go up to YouTube, and this guy has millions, if not hundreds of thousands of subscribers. Bear with me. Let me see. I'll open it up so that way I can share without. Oh, damn it! I'm going to go ahead and close that.
Steve Cash.
Bear with me.
Dude, anything with cat videos. What are you talking about?
Oh, well, the best part about Steve is he actually goes through and he produces like it's episodic type YouTube stuff. It's his cat talks. And, not literally, obviously, he's doing overdubs. I love how some people are like, how do you get your cat to talk? And he's like, yeah, he had one. All right, yeah, it's Talking Kitty Cat. If you search that up over on his thing, he has 677,000 subscribers. Every one of his videos have at least about 1 million views. His main cat in it is a black cat named Sylvester. And Sylvester is like a foul-mouthed, like irreverent cat, where it's always like, fighting against
nice.
them. Dude, I'm serious. You get disconnected from it. Just go to one of his videos and press play. If it has a picture of Sylvester on it, you're bound to fucking laugh your ass off, because that cat is so funny. I had actually had comment on one of his videos. One of his cats, Gibson, was in it. Because he's been running this program, I understand, for like 8 years on YouTube. Fucking
wow.
8 years,
Okay.
yeah. So one of his cats, Gibson, had died more recently, and he did a tribute song. And it's one of those ones. Don't watch that first one. It's not funny at all. You'll start crying and shit. It's so sad, but it's such a great song. And I was like, man, God damn it, this is an awesome song. Was my actual comment. I was just like, and that's why someone was like, I know, right? I can't get the song out of my head. I got to
know, right?
out of my head. Otherwise, I'd be like crying all the time. Like,
Why, Sylvester?
Yeah, but
I know.
I
know, right?
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, but Sylvester is a funny cat. He's got a new cat that actually replaced the other one. It was funny, actually. The one that died, Gibson, had a new cat that he'd like a stray. He was calling him Random Kitty. And Gibson had sex with Random Kitty, and they had kittens before Gibson actually died. And so, of course, the happy ending, happens, and it's funny. It's almost like Steve had taken his time to chronicle the whole thing, and the kittens becoming born as he had to put down his cat. It was so sad, but it was like, oh, all these cute little kittens and such, and he found homes for them. So now the episode consists of Random Cat who says random things. He's like, blah, 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 like different things like that. And you got Sylvester, who's the foul-mouthed cursing cat, and then like there's the dog. He's got a dog as well. The dog doesn't talk unless he puts like this little device on him, and the dog's really dumb. That's all it is. It's a big dumb black Labrador, but it is so freaking adorable. And I just sit there and think, I'm like, we're eating, and I'm thinking, man, it takes me a lot of work to do what I do for Self-Hustle with Dale L. Roberts. How long does that take him? Because he's got to get it to where this cat talks to him at the right time and be in the right positions. So he's got to go through probably hours of footage. And then he's got to go through and do overdubs, and he's got to do the overdubs on that. And then he's got to there's so much involved in the whole production process, and he's got to be dealing with animals. Ooh. And I was just cats. Yeah, and music. And if you ever he's got some music videos where he splits the screen in 4, and he'll be in each one of the corners. He records a different part on each one of those and plays almost an entire band that way. So yeah, you get a chance, go over Steve Cash's guy's name. Guy's fucking hilarious. And if it weren't for Sylvester the cat cursing all the time, I would say it literally is almost family entertainment. It really is. It's like just cheeky, cute family fun. Some of the stuff that he does, but Sylvester the cat ruins that right away. It's funny stuff. Yeah, I had to share that one with you. I know I kind of rabbit trailed because I was going to get ready to tell you that about Camille Martin. She actually created a record for me. You ready for this, dude? 227 views in a little over 24 hours with 23 comments and 10 thumbs up. And you ready for this? My hater, the same hater that camps out and waits for my video to be released. Seriously, I released one at 3 o'clock in the morning. I woke up at fucking 9, and that thumbs down was already down. It was already on there. Like, this person waits. But they saw that video. They were like, actually, she's kind of cool. They didn't hit the thumbs down. I was like, motherfucker. I'm like, you bring on a cute young self-publisher who's wildly successful, and it zaps the hate out of the haters. They're just kind of like, I'm gonna, she's got a good point. He's an asshole. I'm gonna, no.
What did she say?
That's it. I'm just gonna stick this up my asshole for right now until his next video. Boom, and they're like, and they went like 3 o'clock this morning. They're like, yeah, boom.
Nice, man. That's crazy.
I just get this picture of this jerk off. I had a meltdown a couple of weeks ago, and the funny thing is now I kind of laugh because this ding dong, whoever it is, it hits thumbs down and they leave hateful comments. Okay, haters. All right, haters everywhere, and anybody that even if you like us and you hate somebody else. Okay, if you take the energy to click on their link and go to their video, first of all, they win. Okay?
Sure.
Because you went over and you've done a click and you've done a view. Okay, now some people go, well, what about, YouTube is now starting to base a lot of their SEO on view time. Okay, well, if you took time to scroll down and do a thumbs down, there's another extra second. You just added that to their view time. And if you were feeling so full of hatred, you had to put something in there. You had to scroll down and hit the comments, type in your comments, and then hit enter. That video is probably still playing, okay? So 1, 2, 3. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, you haters. So continue to come on in there. Hit that thumbs down. You're making my day. I was just like, when I realized, I was like, holy shit, they're actually helping me out with the SEO. I was like, the joke's on them, dum-dums. I'm going to keep on fucking producing more content. Because, you know, it's like wrestling, dude. Wrestling is like this, okay? Doesn't matter if you're a good guy or you're a bad guy. If you're a baby face or a heel, okay? Going to get the insider terms out, all right? If you are getting a reaction, you're doing your job, okay?
Sure.
Now, granted, if you're a bad guy, you want people to boo you. If you're a good guy, you want people to cheer you. Sometimes that doesn't happen, but here's one of the worst things to happen. You ready for this? This is the worst thing to happen for anybody in the entertainment industry.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. Nothing.
You get dead air. You don't get a reaction, thumbs up, thumbs down. You don't get a click on your link. You don't get any attention whatsoever. That is the worst kind of reaction you can kind of expect. And, you know, it is, I mean, some people look at, here we go. Here's a name you probably know. You know, because everybody knows The Rock, but do you know John Cena?
Yeah.
So John Cena is a very big name. He's done over 500 Make-A-Wish.
Actually met him. Well, kind of met him. He was at the Arnold Classic one time.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Very nice guy. Very humble. Very, very cool. Been nothing but awesome to people. I had the opportunity to meet him a number of years ago when my back was injured. But you know, John Cena goes out and he has the weirdest mixture of cheers and boos, but it's so fucking loud you can't deny the man gets a reaction. So that's why I just kind of like look at him like, fuck it. Some people are not going to like what I say. I'm probably abrasive as fucking sidewalk chalk, so I don't give a shit. You know, I'm going to continue to keep putting out the content. So you go ahead and keep on hitting that thumbs down. Go ahead. It's your prerogative.
Thank you.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you know, there's some people that will do it even on our Bootstrap Businessmen ones. Let me see here. I haven't logged on there in a while, but I know that it seems like we have at least every other episode a thumbs down of some sort.
I think even on Cavies there was a thumbs down or something. I was like,
yeah, what? How could you not like that? It's just there was one. Somebody had a thumbs down on just one of our regular streams. It's funny, actually, if anybody tunes in here live, and if you really are a smart troll, if you're a smart troll, you can hit the thumbs down. You can hit the thumbs up right now in our live broadcasts. Go ahead, but here's the problem. I'm gonna tell you right now. Anytime we're done doing this live, I pull it immediately as soon as it comes off because actually I got to produce it to put the commercials at the beginning and the end. Wait. Okay, don't get all fired up. Hurry, wait.
Hold up,
because people will be able to get to see your trolling ways, your comments and your thumbs down. If you wait for it to be produced, so please wait, because otherwise, no one will ever be able to appreciate and enjoy it. And listen, if you're gonna be a troll, people need to see you doing it.
I'm sorry, man, but seems like you got another episode on your hands there. Smart trolls.
Yes. You know, got to learn how to troll the right way. Let me show you how to. Welcome to Self-Publishing with Dale Robbs. We're going to be talking about YouTube trolls. Yes, if you're paying attention and you're getting ready to press that thumbs down, wait. I got a special message for you because I'm going to make your job a lot easier.
Dude, crazy, man. I'm so excited, man. I am truly beside myself with the fact that you're going to be like, stone's throw away here pretty soon. And just some of the crazy. Yeah, man, some of the crazy shit that we can get into. So I'm excited about it.
Well, you want to hear some very interesting news. My brother, your old pal, and he's got his friend's Bionic Vapor, as you may know. Good friend of his over at Twitch. He's been watching Bionic Vapor, and he said, "Bro, we got to put a show together. You're gonna love this." This is good that we're finishing up on this up because we're starting to get towards our last 10 minutes now.
Sure.
So at any rate, he's like, he's got an idea. He knows I'm huge into wrestling, of course. And something you might not know is I actually was a play-by-play commentator for a small but big name promotion, Insanity Pro Wrestling, out of Indianapolis, Indiana. Now, they're no longer around. They went belly up. They had some pretty bad years, and Mike Williams ended up selling the company to a good friend of mine, Dave Lawson. Dave couldn't, he couldn't hold it. It was bleeding money. But in any event, it actually had the best of the best. In fact, current WWE champion Dean Ambrose, he's on SmackDown, was a world champion for IPW at one point. I actually used to call his matches, and I remember actually back in the day, I know him as Mox, but Mox, said to me, and he said his normal drawl, he's got this like scratchy voice, like he just got done smoking a whole pack of smokes. he's like, "Hey Lou, dude, I heard your commentary, man. That's some good shit, dude." He's like, "You're really good. I didn't know it was you." I was like, "Who the fuck's that? Doing commentary." I was like, "Oh, sweet, man." Guess he really dug it, and so that's why I ended up sticking with it. But I did color commentary. So, kind of play-by-play color commentary, because I really like calling matches. I love the psychology behind matches. I love the idea of moves and where it affects and how it affects somebody and why they would do that. And I like also if somebody screws something up in the ring, I like covering that up, where it's just kind of like, oh, they didn't get that move on, they didn't slip that hold on well enough. But in any event, so Walt says to me, Twitch, is just it's a really big opportunity. You can monetize it, as we had shared a couple episodes ago, you and I. And in any event, there is a guy, and I'm forgetting his name right off the top of my head. I'm sorry. I'm subscribed to him, and he has a channel that he takes WWE 2K16, a wrestling video game, and he plays it on his Twitch channel. Now, the one thing he does different from, like, say, someone like Bionic Vapor, Bionic Vapor will play the video game, and then he'll have the picture-in-picture of him actually talking. Kind of like what PewDiePie used to do back in the day was, he'd have, like, the screen capture of his video game, and then, of course, him live streaming along with it and commentating. Okay, sure. Well, this particular one just shows the video game, okay? And here's a really cool thing. They've actually modded it, okay? They modified it to where they could actually put their own graphics to the canvas that covers the ring, and around, like, the ring side itself, like, the mats and things like that. Here's a really cool thing is their subscribers then give them the ability to, like, say, for instance, if you and I were a fan of the show, we would make our own wrestling figure. We'd send that wrestling figure to the show on Twitch. They put them in a one-on-one bout against somebody else's thing and the follower type thing, and they put it on computer. So they're just literally watching a match of two wrestlers fighting each other. Okay, and then they just kind of do commentary. Now, the one thing I noticed is it's, nothing against them. They're doing something right because they have a big following. I mean, I went into there and there was like easily fucking like 30, 40 people inside this chat room watching this. And it's not like they're having a great time. It's not like there was a few people actually doing, the commentary, and they're just kind of palling around, things like that. They're not really focusing on the specific match or nothing like that. But Walt's idea was, let's take that same concept, but let's do kind of like the picture in. We're the commentators. We get the headsets like Kevin has, which, go ahead and talk. We can look at that again.
Hello.
Yeah, so you got that?
Sure.
Yeah, and it looks like somebody from like World Championship Wrestling or WWE, right now, to where, you have the headset, it has a little microphone comes in front of you and such, and then what we do is we put the green screen behind us. We'd be in a seated position. With that green screen there, we can actually end up superimposing a fake audience behind us, okay? And we would just sit there and do legit, like it's a real show, an hour to 2 hours once per week, and getting it to where we get our followers to bring their things in, and we put a tournament bracket together, we throw it on the computers, and the internets,
the high-speed Googles,
the YouTubes, the Twitches. Anyway, we put it over onto, there, and we literally will call it like it's a real match. And I was like, I could do that, because the funny thing is, years ago, this was just about before Kelly and I got together, about 2009 to 2010. I was living with Harold, and that's all we would do was sit and play wrestling video games, whether we would play like SmackDown versus Raw on PlayStation 2, or we would play our favorite game, No Mercy, on Nintendo 64. And we can literally play it for hours, and we would just crack each other up because we come up with all these dumb, stupid storylines, and we calling the match. So Walt's like, he has confidence. He's like, yeah, I can go ahead. I could do color commentary. And he's like, you could just do the play-by-play. You be the straight one-on, play-by-play, analyst, and I'll just handle the color. And we could just go ahead and try to fill out, a storyline of some sort as we go along. And I was like,
geez, that'd be funny.
That's brilliant, And here's the thing is, he says that you get a certain number of subscribers, and I can't remember off the top of my head. You get a certain number of subscribers, you actually can do a partnership with Twitch. And at that point, you start collecting subscription percentage, a certain commission of all, or percentages, commissions, royalties, the internets.
Sure.
You collect a certain amount for being a partner. And by having that partnership, you're able to monetize that business. And the funny thing is, you do an hour, 2 hours per week of something, it would be with my brother. So, of course, sitting there doing that with that ding dong.
Hanging out, yeah.
I get that all day. We'll have special guest, Kevin S. Allen. He'll come in. We'll give you a top hat. No. You wear that fucking Tommy Bahama hat. There we go. But no shirt. No shirt. That's
I'm gonna wear that every time I see you. What are you talking about? Every time. Dude, one of our I'm trying to remember which platform it is the same thing. I think once you get to 5,000 subscribers, it's kind of like KDP, the Select Fund, right?
Okay, yeah.
Very similar to that. So once you get to that 5,000, you start getting a piece of the big pie.
Interesting. So it's almost like probably derived from like ad revenue then, probably, I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. Maybe that's what the Twitch is kind of like. You know what I mean? You start getting a share of everything at that point. Because you're bringing, obviously, why not do it that way? It gives you incentive for you guys to put together a show that's going to just like, draw thousands and thousands of people in. So
yeah, when I go on to Bionic Vapor, every time I check into his room, because I'll be like fiddle-faddling around with some publishing things that don't really require too much of my attention, I'll play in the background. But when I start it up, every single time an ad comes on. I got to sit through like a 30-second ad typically, and then when it's done, I'm able to sit inside his room. But if I ever leave and come back, the ad will run again. And
really? Okay.
So right now, they're making money off of Bionic Vapor, even though his following is not that large for him to be a partner yet. But in due time, he keeps applying himself. He definitely will get that ad revenue and get that partnership. Sure. So that's brilliant. I think it's an awesome model.
Full-time Twitcher.
But yeah, I have to admit, there's so many ideas that we run, and I have to say sometimes we'll say it on the air, but when it comes down to it, I always just tell people I focus on the 80% of the 20% that's getting me on my 80% of my actual income.
Sure, absolutely.
It's great to sit here and talk about the things that can be enjoyable. I can enjoy sitting and playing video games with my brother all day, but the thing is, if that requires 5 years of work, I'm going to be probably hard pressed. I'm probably going to be focusing on developing, shows, original content, things like that. So, you got to be kind of selective because that's one problem is as an entrepreneur, if you're not careful, you will drown in opportunity. You
will break the axle.
Yeah.
That's what we were talking about earlier. You will overload, your vehicle. So. Yeah.
You got to be careful because otherwise you will bust that thing. You'll bust the Timmy Marvin car. And trust me, you can get a hold of Timmy and he'll probably tell you it was a very startling experience. And he didn't like the fact that actually he had to go get a tow truck, one of the special like flatbed ones to take his damn car, to wherever he needed to go.
Well, yeah, man. Think about it. If you overload the entrepreneurial vehicle, your business too much yourself, there's a couple things that happen, man. I've seen people burn out. They're done. Or you just run your business into the ground. Customers stop coming, just everybody stops buying from you. So, yeah, that's kind of the same thing. There's your wheels. They're gone. So
special message for you, dude. That might have sounded like a death metal growl, but that was a burp.
It kind of did. I was like, was that the beginning of a song?
Yeah, it's the beginning of a Devil Driver tune.
I just hear the double bass in the background just going.
Yes. All right. Hey, man, we're getting down to the end of the hour. I think we got next week's episode. So if you happen to be listening to this right this time or in the next hour or so, keep in mind that we're going to be taking next week off. I'll be off to my own vacation. I call it a vacation only because of the fact that I'm going to be hanging out with my yang out.
He literally will be too, folks. I've seen him do it.
Oh yeah, I'm going to walk up to a blackjack table with my dong hanging. I'm going to flop it out there and be like, I'm going to put all this over there on that, and they'd be like, "Isn't that your wife?" I'd be like, "Yeah, it is, but so that's not a gamble, is it?" I think it's a sure shot, isn't it? Isn't it? So embarrassing my wife. I'm sure she's probably over the corner going,
she's giggling, I'm sure.
All right. Well, hey, folks, as we start to wrap things up, I want to, of course, remind you, thank you very much. We do appreciate you taking the time out of your day, wherever you might be, over on the YouTubes, over on Stitcher, over on SoundCloud, over on iTunes, on TuneIn, on Podbean, on every other platform. If you happen to be tuning in, we really appreciate you taking the time out of your day for doing that. It really means the world to us. If there's ever any kind of questions, concerns, comments, please send them on over to Bootstrap Businessmen @gmail.com. I know that was really.
Oh, I was like, what? Did he forget? No, you're just messing.
Just being a jackass. And of course, hey, it would really help us out tremendously if you could just do us a huge favor. Go down into the description below, or the description related to this particular show, and you'll see a nice little link there. You're going to click that link. It's going to send you on over to Amazon. Now, you don't have to order anything right now, nor will I force you to order anything later. But what you can do is select that as a bookmark. So anytime that you're making any of your purchases through Amazon.com, a very small percentage, we're talking like 4 to as much as 6% for each purchase, will actually come back to us. You don't have to pay any additional amount. It's the same amount you would normally pay for your normal things, but at least you're doing something that's going to help serve this show. And you can always even get us a shout out. Hit us over and say, hey, I ordered a 12-pack of Bounty towels, and I made sure I ordered it through your link. And if you do, we'll make sure to say a little shout out about you. And speaking of shouting out, I'm done shouting out. Kevin, wrap us up for the night.
Yeah, actually, I just want to tag in on that, man. We got an example. Somebody ordered a printer the other day.
Thank you.
From one of our links. Yeah, absolutely. It was like $130 or $170. So,
wow, nice. Thank you.
Really appreciate that.
Yeah, we really, that's very cool of you. I can't tell you enough that it really helps. Every last little bit counts, and it helps us kind of do research a lot of these things such as Amazon Video Direct, and of course start to expand some of the things you're going to be seeing. So guys, by fall time, it's going to be amazing, especially with all these contributions. So sorry, Kevin.
Well, yeah, no, the research and development. I mean, last week we put liquid paper on a bee. It died.
You did?
Step Brothers, come on.
Oh, I was taking you literally. I was like, why'd we do that?
No, just messing. Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in with us. Honestly, dude, this is just another part of my week, but this is one I really look forward to. We deliver a message. If people take the time to listen to it, or if people have taken the time to kind of follow us along, we really appreciate that. And there's a couple things. If you guys haven't noticed, Dale and we do this because we can. Right? We're not trying to jump off here, run to a job, or trying to do this in between this or that. That's just part of our thing. And, we want to bring that same experience to you all. But anyway, appreciate it. Again, click the link, bookmark it, order all your junk, your massaging boob enhancer bras. or order that from inside that link. But again, guys, thanks for hanging out with us. Kevin and Dale, we're out.
Please support the show by simply shopping at Amazon through the link in the show description. Every time you make a purchase through the provided link, a small percentage of sales goes back to support the show. There's no additional cost to you, and it greatly helps us out. Simply go to the link, bookmark it in your browser, and do your shopping on Amazon while you support the Bootstrap Businessmen podcast. Thanks for tuning in to Bootstrap Businessmen.